It's like, no courtesy. That's what I really noticed. Like, and I talked to building management today. That's what I noticed. It's courtesy. There's no common courtesy. And not just people in my building, just people in general. People are just rude. Like, we do things without caring about the next person. We'll be loud and doing all this extra shit, not caring if someone wants it quiet, right? We'll like try to take up as much space as possible, not caring if other people get space, right? It's just like no consideration, right? I had an incident yesterday to where, let me tell y'all a story time. So pretty much neighbors were blasting their music. They was blasting the whole weekend. I said I wasn't going to stream on the weekend, so I didn't mind, right? I was like, F it. Right. But they were bumping loud. It started getting disturbing. It was really loud. Like when they bump loud with the bass line, my whole apartment shakes, bro. My whole apartment shakes. It becomes crazy distracting. It's a lot of noise. So I went to building management at the time, or whoever was there for building management, the front desk. I'm like, hey, is there anything I can do? Like, I tried to talk to them before. Is there anything? What's like the next steps I could take? They decide, let's call them. We're going to call upstairs and ask them if they could keep it down. It should be no problem. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, I just want to know because other people were telling me to call the police. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, what's the procedure? So they call upstairs. They tell them, hey, keep it down if you can, right? And people try to lie. Oh, we're not even playing no music. That was a lie. They lie about it. I don't even care. Before I even have time to walk away, these people run downstairs. It's my neighbor and I guess her boyfriend. And they come downstairs and they start barking on me. This is the second, maybe even third time this has happened out in public on camera. So they start barking on me, right? So immediately my whole like attention switches to the man in the room. Front desk is a woman. My neighbor's a woman. Her boyfriend or husband, whoever, he comes down and he's speaking to me in a manner the way it's like, you a bitch. Why you keep running and telling people that we playing music? Why you don't come talk to us? As if I haven't came and talked to them 1,000 times, right? So I turn directly to him and I say, you the man in the situation? All right, what's up? Let's talk. Nigga, what you talking about? What's good? Right? I switch my whole demeanor, everything. What's up? What's up? So she's like literally trying to jump in my face and yell. I'm saying, yo, I'm not talking to her. I'm talking to you, the man, right? Let's talk. She don't want to hear that. I guess that makes her mad. She starts spazzing out even more. I'm like the whole time, once I start hearing spazzing, especially when they're all females, I put my hand behind my back. I put my hands behind my back and I put my whole body to the wall. Right? I want people to know that I'm not aggressive. I'm not trying to attack nobody. I already know how people do already. Her boyfriend, he keep trying to talk to me. So that at this point, I'm done with the conversation. I tell that nigga, I'm like, yo, conversation over, bro. Like, if your woman over here yelling and carrying on and threatening me, because at this point, she threatened me mad times. I'm like, did you just threaten me? She told me, no, it's a promise. I was like, okay. So nigga, there's nothing else for me to say. I'm gonna just sit here and just, if anyone tries to attack me, I'm gonna defend myself. But I'm just stand here. And I'm standing there with my hands behind my back. He's trying to argue with me. She starts arguing with other people in the building. She's cursing them out, yelling, like going on for them. Now they about to fight. She trying to fight a lady that got a walker. I'm like, this is insane. All this is on camera. I don't got my phone. I was so mad. I never have my phone on me. I would have pulled my shit out and recorded it because it looked insane, bro. She's trying to charge at me. She's trying to charge at the woman and Walker. The whole time, her husband or boyfriend is not doing anything to calm her down. He's still trying to talk to me. I'm like, get out my face. Because now my whole demeanor is different. My tone is different. I'm like, nigga, ain't shit for us to talk about. Get the fuck out my face, bro. This shit is done. It is what it is. The moment y'all start threatening niggas, trying to act super tough, then nigga, it is what it is, bro. Do what you got to do. I'm not going to be the aggressor. So my arms are behind my back. They going crazy. Eventually now, the front desk get up and they start cursing and yelling at me. I'm like, what the fuck? They tell me you should have waited till Monday. What they're saying that for is because the main building management, the people that everyone's actually afraid of, they come on Monday. She would have never did that while they were here. Right? So the staff that's lazy, that don't want to do their job, is telling me I should have waited till the other people that they were afraid of were here instead of expecting them to do it because they were afraid. What I was confused about is the fact that you jumping up and yelling in my face and I'm a man and this woman just came down and told you, you better not call her fucking number again or else, and you said nothing. But you jumping up and yelling at me because you know I'm not going to do anything because I'm passive as hell. Here, these guys don't know the form of the old BXB sport. They know new BXB Split that says hello, how you doing, to and from. I don't argue with nobody. I don't start no issues. My tone is even softer than it is now at all times because I don't want people to be intimidated, right? I live here, right? So I guess because she thought that's who I am, she started trying to get crazy tough. And I'm like, I look her dead in her eyes and I was like, just because you want to be a lazy bitch, don't mean you could try to curse me out and jump in my face. You're on camera, stupid. Like, you don't fucking, if I really wanted to make it a big deal, you would be fired. That's facts. If I wanted to make it a big deal and I said, look at the camera and how your staff was talking to me, I don't feel comfortable with them yelling and jumping in my face like that, you would be fired. Right. And I'm trying to tell her that in the moment, like, why are you acting like this? Yes, she's going crazy and spazzing out. That don't mean you should do that. But because I'm the man, you're placing blame on me. Don't worry. The story gets crazier. It gets crazier. Right. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go upstairs and get my phone. I should have been got my phone. I hope it's charged. Let me go get my phone. She's like, yeah, you take your ass upstairs, and cursing me out. I'm like, I'm coming back. I'm just grabbing my phone. I want you to talk the same way once I grab my phone. So I went upstairs, grabbed my phone. I come back downstairs. My phone is dead. So I literally grabbed my portable charger. I plugged that shit up and I got the portable charger in my pocket. I go back downstairs. She called the cops, right? Of course, now that I got my phone, she's all sitting polite. The person who was yelling, going crazy, she's calming down now. I'm like, okay. Shit changing up. I start walking outside. One of the, I guess the superintendent, he tells me, yo, she feels intimidated. Can you wait outside? So I'm agitated as fuck now because I purposely put my hands behind my back. I didn't want anyone to even use that excuse for the course. I'm a man. They're going to use that excuse. So I'm like, all right, no problem. I go outside. I noticed that the husband or boyfriend and the woman, they still standing there. Still, mind you, they're the ones that were arguing and trying to fight people and threatening people. But then they're standing there in front of the staff, the front desk, and the front desk does not feel intimidated at all. But me, the person who with the low tone, with his hands behind his back, she was super intimidated by me. So I was like, okay, whatever. I went outside. I got the idea, I guess. The person that told me, the superintendent, that told me, oh, you should go outside. He said that you should call the cops yourself, right? Which was a smart idea. I was like, you know what? You right. So I called the police. The police are already on their way. I called the police. Hey, yo, listen, my neighbors just threatened me. Just want to give you guys a heads up. I know y'all already heading over there, but I want y'all to know the real story. What happened? We could pull the cameras up. I'm with it. I'm with it all. So the police pull up. They talking to me. They're like, all right, so what happened? I explain it to them. The look on the cop face is like, oh, all right, so did anyone hit you? I'm like, nah. He's like, we can't send nobody to jail right now. I looked at him dead in his face and said, officer, that's not my intention right now. I just want to have everything documented. He was like, okay, I see where you're coming from. So he goes inside. He's like, yo, go get your ID so we can go take the report. I go run and get my ID. I come back. They talking to the officer now. The whole demeanors is switched, right? Everything's switched to making it seem like I'm crazy. Apparently this person has some kind of connection to the police. But they telling her like, yeah, that doesn't apply right now. And also we would have to report it. So you might get in trouble with your job. I don't know if she's a secretary or some shit. Who cares? Right. But I go over there. Right. So I'm standing there. I'm making sure I'm recording the conversation. I could literally go to my phone and play the conversation for you right now. Right. In fact, I might in the edited version. I recorded the conversation with the police just so you like no one could bull crap me. And I'm glad that I did. So as I'm talking to the police, they're telling them like, yo, listen, we're going to file a report. They get mad. Oh, he's filing a report. That's crazy. So then the staff, well, her fucking misandrous ass gets up. Mind you, she got threatened by this woman. But instead she gets up and goes, oh, well, can she like try to press charges or report on him? Because she has a child with special needs. Me and the cop both look at each other like, huh? So I say to the cop, officer, that don't got nothing to do with anything, right? Her kid wasn't even here. Why? What does that even have to? He looks at me and goes, don't listen. Don't worry. Then he turns back to them and goes, that has nothing to do with nothing, with anything. And in fact, from my investigation in the fact that he called the police, I'm determining that he's the victim right now and he's the one that's going to get to file the report. So they're like, oh, wow, that's crazy. Oh, I'm like, yo, see, if I didn't do my gentleman, like, let me call the police, this shit situation would have got flipped so horribly to where people are going to say that I'm aggressive and I'm angry and I'm threatening people. And it wasn't the case. This is why you always remain calm. And who cares if people call you a cop caller? Call the cops. Because what was I supposed to do? Fight this woman? Fight her boyfriend? Who was like 4 feet? Like, well, that makes no sense. No, I want everything documented so that if further issues keep going on, then I can show this documentation and be like, yo, listen, this person has been harassing me for years. All because I kept asking her to turn the music down if she could. That's it. I don't think that's a hard request for someone not to blast music at 2 in the fucking morning. You know what I mean? I don't think that's too serious. But yeah, it was crazy, bro. It was a crazy experience. I wasn't even sure I was going to tell y'all what happened. But I do have the audio from the conversation with the officer, right? Because once I got access to my phone, I was like, nigga, I'm recording everything. And I'm glad that I got an officer that he peeped what was happening. He knew the misandry. And as soon as I said, yo, I want to have everything documented, he didn't give me a hard time because as a man in today's society, you have to protect yourself. Not all women are like this, but there are some women that will use them being women as a crutch or a way to escape accountability and to pin all the blame on you and make it seem like you're the aggressor. People walked up and tried to attack me, were held back from attacking me and then threatened everyone else, tried to fight multiple people, and they still tried to say I was the aggressor because I was a man. Or because I was, I guess, a bigger man. That could be a factor too as well, because I'm not just like a small guy. I'm 6 feet, big shoulders, football player looking body. So it could be that maybe they genuinely was intimidated. I'm talking, fam, the same way I'm talking right now, I was talking in that moment. I would love to get access to that footage because it probably looks ridiculous. Like last time I went down there and a woman tried to attack me and I ended up getting, I didn't have my phone. So when they played the footage back for me, I snuck and was recording it from my phone. But because I was doing it fast, I couldn't like save it. So what I did was I ended up recording it and I sent it to someone that I don't really talk to anymore on Instagram. And I think in the moment I was telling the story, they actually came on panel because I was on the phone with them during the incident. And they verified everything. I said, like, yeah, I was on the phone with BX. He was calm and this woman kept trying to attack him. And then I seen the footage with her charging. So this film in the last year, women have tried to attack me multiple times. And it just does not make sense. It does not make sense. Let me scroll up and read some of you guys' comments. But yeah, that's the story time of what happened on a weekend for me. This is why I couldn't stream. And it was so much going on. They was blasting their music the whole weekend. Right. And something like that is not a big deal if you just like, nigga, tell me when you're not on blast music so I can have a heads up. It was loud enough for you guys to hear it. Usually I can't hear it. Y'all would have heard it that day.